So it's Monday morning, and here's another great group of videos to greet your day on racist America, right? Racist America. Paying black athletes $400 and $500 million contracts in racist America. Oh, and who are the cops beating up? A big-mouth white broad, entitled, spoiled all her life. Hey, you don't tell me what to do. No, I'm a white woman. You don't tell me what to do. I'm a goddess. You can't arrest me. I can do what I want. Get off of me. So this is 40 some odd years now, and maybe a little more, of affirmative action created by our government. Okay? Now I'm going to say something. My ethnicity is Greek and Italian. There were no Greek or Italian presidents. Now I'm going to give you guys all out there in fuck land a little intellectual puzzle game. I want you to try to field a football, baseball, or basketball team without the following names: Adams, Washington, Jefferson, Jackson, Monroe, Johnson, Taylor, Tyler, Johnson, Kennedy. You're going to find there's a very select group. And then just underneath the people who are presidents were their direct underlings, the Lees, the Hamiltons. So you go through all the football players that haven't changed their name to some Islamic phony name. You're going to find out who owned those black people. And let me be clear, since the beginning of time, it wasn't my people. We did not go to Africa to make slaves. We picked them off where we lived. And like most ethnicities, they made slaves of their own. So I have no guilt, no culpability. I own none of it. Because only Northern Europeans would have been dumb enough to have brought that particular class of people to a foreign land called America and thought in some way, shape, or form it would have been profitable. In 400 years, 200 and some odd years of America, 96% of all African American income comes from the government in the form of welfare, bus driver jobs, postal jobs. You want to know why so many black athletes want to save the post office? How about, what's the guy's name that played in those movies with Mel Gibson? The famous black, played in all those crazy movies. He talked about his parents were both postal workers. We have to save the post office. Of course you do. It's another form of welfare. Black entrepreneurship does not exist. Doesn't exist. You can't find it. You cannot find it. The amount of black entrepreneurs in America is so undetectable, so minuscule, so molecular you'd need an electron microscope to find it. What does that tell you? Here's what it tells me. They're incapable of living in a capitalist society. Totally incapable. And in a very time in history where we're paying Colin Kaepernick $250 million, $300 million not to play football. Nike throwing money at him, boatloads. Michael Jordan is sitting on a house in Chicago that he can't sell. He wanted originally $29.5 million. He's asking 14, and for 9 years the house has sat empty while he lives in Florida, in a house bigger than the one in Chicago. Racist America, right? Turn on your TV, flip the channels. See how many channels you don't see black actors. You don't see black TV people. You don't see black people in commercials. Go ahead, find them. Find them. 13%? No, they're actually 12.5% of the population. They're 86.7% of the NFL, the NBA. 80-some-odd% of the NFL. I don't know what the numbers are in baseball, but there aren't that many white people left playing baseball when you consider the population of white people in America versus blacks and Latinos that come here from everywhere, from Cuba, Puerto Rico, Venezuela, the Dominican Republic. Racist America. I grew up watching the Yankees. We had guys named Roger, Mickey, Whitey, right? Joey. Now it's Alejandro, Enrique, Hasdrubal. Yeah. The very brother's name of Hannibal, Hasdrubal. The name of the devil. Baal. Anytime you see Baal in a name, that's the devil. But in racist America, where our politicians tell us white folks, even if we ain't so white, what we owe and what we have to give up, like myself writing 97s and 98s on civil service exams, and told, hey, white guy, wasn't good enough. You didn't have a 99, you got no shot. Imagine that. And I remember some white broad saying, I'm glad they did that to you. Yeah, you know, a typical Karen who demands that everyone pays homage to her stupidity. Because all they know how to do is collect shoes and bitch. That's the other great degenerate demographic in America. Gimme, gimme, take me, gimme. And the Bar Association that created itself. For what purpose? To handle divorces. And who gets skinned? Dumb white men who have the stupidity enough to marry white American women. Does that make me a racist? Because you get married to a white woman in America, you're out of your mind. Out of your mind. They collect mortgages and mortgage deeds like scalps. But you're not supposed to say this stuff. You're supposed to just take a beating and keep on going. You're supposed to watch all your friends throwing 3 and 4 bedroom colonials at women that hate them. And all those women end up with the same name. You know what it is? Miss Plaintiff. And the schnook. Oh, I thought she loved me, but yeah. Yeah. Now turn over your house, half your pension or whatever you saved. Thanks for coming. But those boys that run the Bar Association love it. If you don't believe me, take out divorces tomorrow. See how many lawyers fold up. And since illegal immigrants don't take politicians' jobs, they're not worried. They're not worried. See, because the government's insulated. It's just like the Congress and Senate who passed laws years ago that if you have a company with more than 300 employees, X amount of them have to be women, X amount have to be white, X amount have to be black, X amount have to be gay, right? But they're exempt. You know, the average senator in the United States has over 650 staffers working for them? That's a large company by today's standards. And the private sector, beaten over the head, overtaxed, overburdened, overregulated, and overlawed, you got the right to go Chapter 11. And every single disgusting industry in this country has been monopolized. Every industry, banking, there's 5 or 6 major banks. The rest of these guys, they don't do enough business to wad a shotgun. What are we down to, 5 airlines, 4 airlines? Hell, man, I grew up as a kid, we had 10 people making planes. Major companies making airplanes. No more. When was the last time you heard the name McDonnell Douglas? You don't hear the name Northrop. You don't hear these names. They're all gone. Now it's Boeing or Airbus. You want to go shopping? Home Depot or Lowe's? Costco or Wally Mart? You want to buy something online? You're going to Amazon. F you, pay me, shut your mouth. Oh, by the way, the Kabbalah that owns the media, this little tiny minority of people that own all our media. They own CBS, NBC, ABC, Fox, Google, which owns YouTube and Spotify, Facebook, which I call Fuckbook. Yeah, how you doing? How you doing? You waiting for your government bailout check? Because they wanted more slaves and China was easier than American slaves? And all these prestigious black athletes, you know, LeBron and Michael Jordan, that are billionaires, not millionaires, they're billionaires. And they got Chinese children making their sneakers that they charge poor black kids in America $300 a pop for. But that's okay. Because it's not really slavery, see, because those are Chinese people. You want to wear this white man's burden? You wear it. This is no longer my country. And it is now reaping what it has sown. I predicted this would happen. People called me everything from an alarmist to a drama queen. And here it is. Every city in America. And this is only the beginning. Because this is coming to your house. And if you're a white person, you ain't got the right to handle a gun and defend your family or your property. You got the right to be victimized, brutalized. Because all the politicians that have cadres of cops protecting them, and these phony cops that write you for a seatbelt violation and abuse you for a cell phone call in your car. By the way, do you remember when cell phones were car phones? Yeah, but they got all the Karens to go, you shouldn't talk on the phone. And there they are texting into a tree. Look at this guy, Billy Bugler. Isn't this great? Oh, look at this wonderful degenerate. Right? Isn't this what you wanted from America? Yeah, this is progress. Let's all become a Boral. Let's all become third world rabble. Let's all become balkanized. Play that rap music, boy. There we go. That's your country. And let me tell you something. If Joe Biden gets elected, you ain't going to have to worry, because it's going to go down fast. You might want to learn how to speak Mandarin or Cantonese, so when your enslavers come and grab you by the scruff of the neck, just before they cut your head off, you'll understand how they were cursing you out.